What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of What's in the Box Track. Right? Are y'all serious? Whatever. Lakers lose this game last night to the Boston Celtics, 121 to 125 in an overtime game with some questionable reffing. I usually say this is on both sides, but this was pretty one-sided in my opinion, and I'll give my take on that. Yeah, it is a bit ridiculous. The Lakers actually did get more opportunities. More opportunities and more field goals than the Celtics. 105 attempts, 47 made field goals to the Celtics. 84 attempts, 39 made field goals. Now, you would think that the big difference here would come in three-pointers, which there was only one more three-pointer made, so there's that. So, it's just kind of one of those things where every stat I read shows you that the Lakers pretty much should have won this game. Now, Lakers did shoot 45% from the field, but also the Celtics shot 46. So it's not as though they were getting killed in that area. I don't like 42 three-pointers from the Lakers. I really don't. 42 three-pointers to 40. I thought that there were a couple bad shots in there, but, again, I'll get to all this down the line. Lakers shot 28% from the three-point line. Celtics didn't do much better, man. 32%. It was 12 of 42 and 13 of 40. Wasn't that much separation. This is where the distance comes from. The Lakers got to the line 20 times, made 15 shots, 75% free throw shooting. I like 80% or whatever, but 75 is respectable. The Celtics did their job. They got to the line 39 times, made 87% of their free throws. They made 34. There's your point differential if you were looking for it. Out rebounded? No, not at all. Lakers 47, Celtics 46, but more importantly, offensive rebounds, of which the Lakers had 11 and the Celtics had 7, leading to 24 second chance points by the Lakers and 11 by the Celtics. Again, as I read these stats, you're going to get more and more upset. They did have more defensive rebounds than Celtics, but that was only +3. And again, defensive rebounds are kind of a finishing your defense thing. When it's egregious, then I discuss it, but it wasn't egregious here, so I'm not too bothered by it. The Lakers, 30 assists on 47 of their baskets. The Celtics, more one-on-one, 18 assists on 39 made baskets. Now, check this out. Hachimura has to move his feet a lot better defensively. Now, he's 23 years old. I think that's something that they're going to work on with him. But what Boston was doing was basically just saying, okay, look, we either are going to ISO against Troy Brown Jr. or Hachimura, two players who don't move their feet as well. They're not technically strong one-on-one defenders. They're better team defenders. And without that, they took advantage of size, right? Schroeder or Beverly were guarding Brown or Tatum quite a bit, and they just shot over the top of them. Brogdon had an excellent game. Hats off to him as well. He played a really, really good game. He took a lot of advantage of either size or speed when he needed it, and I thought that was smart. Russell Westbrook played pretty good defense throughout the game. A couple of bad shots. He had 5 turnovers, I believe, 4 or 5 turnovers. That's not really good, but they didn't play him in the fourth. And the Lakers were able to outduel them or equal them in turnovers 12-12. Now, one thing the Boston Celtics also did pretty well was they had 8 steals, 9 blocks. Steals, I don't really count steals as really solid defense. 8-4 is fine, but again, there were only 12 turnovers each team. So, if that number was higher, if like the Lakers had 17 turnovers to 12, then I talk about the steals a lot more. The blocks were much more significant. They were packing the paint in, making sure that Bron had a tough time getting to the paint. But it does leave me to question why the Lakers only made it to the free throw line 20 times. I'm not blaming this game entirely on the ref. If you're not a Laker fan and you're listening to this, I welcome non-Laker fans because I'm really here to talk about the game. I'm not here to disrespect or diss anybody's team. But you do have to question 20 free throws when you look at the next stat, the stat after the next. So points off of turnovers. Lakers 17, Celtics 13. Again, the Lakers won yet another category. Now, fast break points, 6+. They were +6 for the Celtics, 22-16. Celtics did do a good job getting back on defense on fast breaks. That's fine. Here's my question: the 20 fouls only, though. And again, if you're a Celtics fan watching this, hats off. You won the season series. Not Tatum and Brown are great players to me. I like the team. As a Laker fan, I've let go of the rivalry largely because it's been a one-sided rivalry since my childhood for the most part. But here's the thing. The Lakers won the points in the paint battle 62-44. You cannot tell me with that strong of a paint presence, the free throw disparity should have been 19 free throws. Celtics were plus 19 from the free throw line. I'm sorry, man, but that's a lot. And look, we talk about LeBron not getting the calls, and that's actually very true. But I think Westbrook has a tough time getting calls too. They called a foul on a box out by AD. It was just a tough game to watch with some of these calls, man. It was really difficult. Look, my summary of the game is this. The game never comes down to one play. We all know that. We all hear that. I'm sure we're going to be tired of hearing that. I listened to I listened to the announcers at the end of the game and throughout the game, and there was a bit of protection. I don't know. Anyway, but no team is perfect, man. And in games like this, where you're playing a really good team like the Celtics this year, you know, there's some human error involved. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to turn the ball over. You're going to take a couple bad shots. You're going to miss a couple plays. That's the game of basketball. The game is never like 105-17. Like the game's pretty even, or evens itself out when both teams are playing hard. Both teams shot in the 45% range. The defense was up there. Tatum was held back pretty seriously. Westbrook was held back pretty seriously. Like it, you know, AD didn't have a great shooting night. So the defense was there for both sides of the ball. You can't take the game away from a team like that. And I'm not talking about just the end of game LeBron play. That's not the only call there. Now, I know what it is, and I know what you're going to say. And I'm going to say this. Look, just as an olive branch, look, the Lakers got the benefit of a call at the end of the Sacramento game. The difference there is Sacramento was on Fox was shooting a kind of a heave three-pointer. LeBron was going directly to the basket. In the 2 or 3 plays before, you're going to call a foul on a box out. Like if you're an anti-LeBron dude or whatever, which is kind of weird, or you're a anti-Lakers person, I get it, but you got to be a little reasonable here. A couple of those fouls didn't make any sense, especially the box out by AD, box out putback, which would have put the Lakers up by 4 and gave them a little bit more distance. I mean, who knows how the game would have changed, but that was very, 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 very tough refereeing on the Lakers down the stretch. I don't know what they were seeing out there. Maybe the Lakers were complaining too much. I have no idea, but I will tell you that's not how a game that was pretty rough. That was pretty rough. Yes, Bev could have made the free throw. Yes. Yes, the Lakers could have woken up in the overtime or whatever. But look, my last point here is about coaching and what a player's coach, the kind of downfall of a player's coach. Darvin Ham was equally as emotional as his players. And I've seen this before with players' coaches. Doc Rivers gets the same, right? Like, but Darvin Ham has to develop into a coach that's going to settle down his team, get them back locked in, right? More players coaches have this problem. And when I say players coaches, I mean coaches that lean more towards, the whims of players than force players to be conform to them. But Ham does have to reconnect that game and get the Lakers back into it. I would have probably called a timeout after the first 3-pointer if I was the coach. If I was Ham, I would say, okay, look, guys, it sucks, but this is where we are, right? Let's get through it. So I think Darvin Ham has a little bit of improving to do as a coach overall, but I'll save that for another time. But I think he's coached excellent so far. He's getting every drop out of every role player, and you have to really like that. I still don't like that we haven't seen Wenyen Gabriel since Hachimura got here, though. But either way, I will holler at y'all, man. This has been What's in the Box. Track, what a horrible loss. Monday, Lakers play, I believe, the Nets or the Knicks, one or the other. But I'll talk to y'all on Tuesday. Peace.